Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you are a loyal subscriber, hey girl, hey. So in today's topic, we're going to be talking about 25 ways to recognize if she's your friend or not. So the title of this video is, That's Not Your Friend, Sis. That's just not your friend. So without further ado, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment if some of these reasons that I'm going to be listing, if you can relate to them. Help a sister out in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first way to know that that's not your friend, sis, is they consistently cancel plans at the last minute. Okay, so let's say you're always going out with your girls. It's like a weekly thing, or you've been trying to catch up with your girls, and this particular girl, she always cancels at the last minute. You have already communicated with her time ahead, prior, like sometimes months in advance, weeks in advance. You guys agree to a scheduled date, and she just cancels. You're like, why is this girl always canceling at the last minute? We had a plan and she canceled it. That's not your friend, sis. Now, I don't want to say, oh, just because she canceled a plan last minute to automatically disregard her or disconnect her, because as we know, life is always happening. Things happen, okay? So we don't just want to cut her off just yet. But if it's consistent and if she's always canceling at the last minute, it means that she doesn't really want to hang out with you. So I need you to read the room, sis. She's probably not your friend, okay? So the second thing is, and we got a long list, ladies, so, but it's not going to be a long video. I'm going to go through these really quickly, so stay with me. So the second thing is, they only reach out when they need something from you. You are not an ATM. You are not a place where you withdraw. I like my girls to always consistently pour into themselves. That is something that I'm always teaching on this channel. You can't pour into an empty cup. So if you're around people that always feel that they need to just withdraw and they're not making deposits, cut them, sis. That is not your friend. Every time they call you, oh girl, I need to borrow some money. Oh girl, can you help me move? Oh girl, I need a favor. It's never like, hey girl, I'm just checking in on you. How are you doing? What's your goals for the month? How's your family doing? How are your children? You want to get together this week? I really want to spend time with you. There's no deposits. It's all withdrawals. Another reason to say, that's not your friend, sis. Number 3, she barely makes an effort to spend time with you, just like we just communicated before. She barely makes time. When you are friends with somebody, you are always communicating with them, unless you're like long distance and you can't really get to each other all the time. That's an understanding. But other than that, if you live in the same city, you live around the corner, or it's no reason to not spend time with each other. How am I gonna really get to know you if I don't spend time with you? So they're not really making an effort. And those are not really your friends. Those are more of acquaintances. And I have a lot of acquaintances. We don't really spend time together. We don't really put in effort to spend time with together, but we just check in on each other here and there because maybe we worked the trip together, or maybe we seen each other somewhere, we linked up, but it's not really a necessity to meet up and spend time. So these are more so of your acquaintances. Now they can become friends when you do spend that time, but if you're not spending that time, then at this time they're not really your friend. If you're always reaching out to them and saying, let's spend time, but they don't respond in the same way, she's not your friend, okay? Number 4, they disclose personal details about your life to others. Now ladies, this is an all-time no-no. If this is your friend, you are opening up to her. You are telling her things that is happening in your personal life because you trust her. You want to know that she's going to keep your secrets. You want to know that you can come to her and tell her things without her telling somebody else. You are opening yourself. You are sharing your heart with her. This is a grounds for in the friendship, in the relationship, whatever it is now. If she is disclosing personal information that you told her, I don't care if it's your friends that she's friends with, and if it's your family members, if it's somebody that she don't even know, do not tell her business. If she is telling your business to other people, people that you know or strangers without your consent, that is not your friend. That is emotional damage in a way. Like, why would you do that? Why would you break our loyalty? Like, if I'm building a friendship with you, or I trust that you are my friend, we have a close bond. Like, why would you do that? That's just automatic off limits. Now, if she has given you the right, or she has said like, I don't care if you tell this because I'm an open book and I share my story, for one, let that be her story to tell. But two, sometimes your friends don't mind because you are in a girl group and it's okay to share. But if you do it without her consentment, or if you're telling people personal information that, if she's telling personal information that you've shared with her, that's a no-no, sis. That's not your friend. Another one, number 5, is she does not celebrate your achievements, or anything you do goes unnoticed. Anything that you're proud of, like you graduated from college, she doesn't attend your graduation. If you started a business, she doesn't promote you. Now, that's something I noticed with friends or family. Like, I had a business when I was doing hair and makeup. Everybody wasn't really sharing it or promoting it because they would see that, or I don't even know why it wasn't. Because for me, when people are in my circle, I kind of step back and watch and observe like how you move. If you're saying you're my friend, or you're my family member, and you support me not just with your words, support me with your actions. Now, sometimes people can only support you with the words, and if those are your true friends, you already know their situation, so be grateful for whatever support they give you. But if they're not saying, girl, good job, this is amazing, I'm so proud of you, you know, I knew you could do it. If they're not giving you any type of praise when you promote your business, or when you have reached a milestone, that is not your friend. And you got to be careful with those, because they may secretly be jealous of you. If they can comment on your social media, congratulations, girl, I'm proud of you. But if they got your phone number and they can't hit you up on your cell phone and say how proud they am, why are you putting on my social media, you know, recognition and celebration, but you got my phone number? You don't even call me to see how I'm doing. You don't even see how it's been for me, trying to start this business and get it up off the ground. But you go on social media because you see everybody else commenting. You want to join the party and be like, oh girl, like, oh, congratulations on your little business. Be careful with the little too. Like, that's not your friend. If she was like, oh, congratulations on your little house you just bought. No, my big house. You know, God is real big over here and he did his big one. Don't be coming over here trying to belittle my accomplishments. Like, no, that is not your friend. So number 6 is they use sarcasm as insults, or they make inside jokes hurtful and they mask it as jokes, but it's really the truth. So number 6 is, to put it all together, they use they use sarcasm as insults. So, and I've experienced this also like in romantic relationships. So be careful of friends that, like, maybe you have shared some information with them and then they kind of joke with you about some personal information that you said, and they use it like as sarcasm. And you like, is you trying to be funny? But I always say, or I heard this saying, be careful of the jokes, because there's always a little truth to it. So when somebody's trying to sarcastically insult you and then hee hee ha ha No, don't play with that, because there's envy and there's jealousy in that as well, and there's also insecurity in that. So when people share your information with somebody or make a joke about you, about something that you shared with them in an intimate setting, and be like, girl, I was just playing. Or be mindful of the friends that when you're in group settings and they blast your information, it's like, oh yeah, remember you, even her mama said this about her, ha 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 ha. Girl, what's funny? Like, be careful of things like that. Like, I noticed that I was in a relationship with somebody and they would continue, like, I wouldn't say continuously do it, I would just say like there were maybe a couple times where he did this, and I'm like, I feel like you really mean that. I feel like you really mean that. It's not funny, and you're trying to use sarcasm, and it's not funny. So little jabs to hurt you, if they're doing that, that's not your friend. Let's see, number 7. That's not your friend if they expect you to be available at all times. So I had this friend that would just literally call me. I had several friends actually. Normally, if you are in a friend group where you are always the go-to, this will be something that you can relate to, because you will see that this will be constantly taking place. If you are the go-to of the friend group, if you are the strong one of the friend group, if you are the one with the more wisdom and you have a lot of servitude about yourself, you like to pour into others, if you're the empath of the group, this is where you have to really use discernment on whether people are your friend. They think you are available all the time. And it's like, no sis, do not let people pour their trash in you. You are not a dumpster. You are not a trash can. It is not your responsibility to consistently take in and soak up everybody's life issues. Like, girl, how many times are you gonna call me about this same guy? I thought we broke up with him last week. Like, that is not your friend when they're constantly calling you in the midnight hours. You're asleep, you got to get up in the morning, but they're calling you because disregard that you're sleeping, disregard that you got to be to work in the morning and on time. I have an issue right now and you need to fix it. Do not be that friend. That person is using you and they are manipulating you into friendship. So they're not your friend if they always think you're available at all times and they disregard your feelings and your opinions about your livelihood. They have these expectations on you that you just can't fulfill at all the time. Communicate that with them, and if they don't respect that, that's really not your friend, girl. You better run. Number 8, they show no loyalty when it comes to your enemies. This is a good one because this is something that I am currently experiencing, and I have been experiencing over the years. You know, I've pretty much had long-term friendships, and what I'm noticing, or things that I'm seeing now, is there's no loyalty. And when I say your enemies, somebody that has really done something to you in your life that has caused great depression, somebody has really hurt you in a very negative way, somebody who continues to hurt you, and your friends are still friends with them. And I want to say this now, I see you, and I want the ladies watching this to be careful of friends around you like that. You may be in a relationship with somebody and they're trying to be friends with your man. Be careful of that. Be careful of people, and even family members. They act like they're on your side, or they act like they support you, but when it comes to friend and family, I'm very big on loyalty. Like, I'm not following any of my friends' men on social media. And I feel like that's just girl code. That's not even the fact that whether I'm your friend or not, it's just the girl code. Like when I'm around my friends, man, I'm not wearing things that's provocative. I'm not wearing things that's gonna give their man attention. I'm not flirting and sashaying around nobody's man. I'm not adding them on social media. If they add me, then that's on them. But I'm gonna let my homegirl know, like, hey girl, he added me. Like, do you want me to block him? Do you want me, like, I'm not on my friends' social media liking their ex-boyfriend's pictures and commenting under their ex-boyfriend. Like, that's fake. That's so shady. And you need to let her know, like, girl, I see you. And sometimes you don't even gotta let them know that you see them, because some people are just like trifling. That's just girl code. And if it's like, if you don't know that, like, what type of friends are you? And especially when, most times when I'm in a relationship with somebody, my man not really like, he's social, but he's not really friends with you. I've never been in a relationship where the person I was dating was friends with you. Like, it's cool, what's up, but that's about it. Like, we're not friends. So for you to be following them on social media, for you to be liking their pictures, for you to be, I feel like that's a bit too deep. Now, if everybody is friends in the group, we go on vacations together, we go to dinner, we go couples night, we do game room, that's completely different. So there's no shadiness in being friends on social media, because you're actually friends in real life. So that's one thing. But to be on social media following somebody's ex-boyfriend and ex-husband, like, that's too fake for me. And that's not your friend, sis. You gotta tell her, move around, or just block her and delete her or whatever. So number 9 is and which I was talking about earlier, they have a change of behavior in the presence of others. When they're around your other friends, like, they start like joking. Or you have friends, like I've had this before, where they get quiet, they shut down, they don't want to be bothered. Like, you told them, like, okay, this is my friends that I met here, and then I'm gonna have you guys introduce and make it an all girls night thing. But then one of your friends is just like, I don't really like her like that. Like, I feel like we're friends. Like, why you gotta bring your other friends around? Like, they want to hold you all to themselves. Like, first of all, that is possessive, and you might want to get some therapy. But also, to the young lady that's watching this video, is I want to tell you, that's not your friend. Your friends have to be able and willing to share you with other people. You don't belong to them. Like, a true friend will let you spread your wings, get to know other people, and she should also be welcoming and warm in any environment that you bring her into. So if she's giving you attitude, if she's like, I don't really like them, unless there's a true reason, because sometimes those friends can be a little, you know, that's just not her thing. But even then, I'll still be cordial, nice, hello, and then I'll probably tell you, like, oh, I feel like we're on different pages, and, you know, you guys go do your thing, you guys have fun, but I'm just gonna, you know, because some of the things that you do with your other friends, it's just not my thing. But I would love to, if you guys do something that I can also enjoy, I would love to hang out with all of you as a group. You gotta be friends with people that know how to communicate. You know, this is a skill, ladies, and we have to learn this. Like, all this attitude, when you get around other people and standoffish or just really flirty, and like I said, when you come around when they come around your boyfriend or your colleagues, and you're just looking at them like, girl, why are you doing that? Like, you're just doing the most right now. That's not your friend, girl. I wish I had my glasses. You gotta keep an eye on her. So number 11, ooh, this one is good. They lack empathy and support during difficult times. This is something I could also relate to. My mom died last year, and honestly, I had to do an evaluation to see, because my mom's death was everywhere. My mom's death, people saw it, people knew it, even if they didn't know it. When they found out, there was no empathy. And some people that I had in my circle, they were not calling on me to check on me. And it felt like, sometimes I feel like I'm always the one reaching out. I've always been that person. Like, nobody, I'm not gonna say nobody, because I do have good girlfriends, and those are the ones who were just texting me. You're not, I'm not asking for a call or something, but if these people that you have in your circle and you're saying these are my friends, when you're going through difficult times, like you lost your job, you're going through a bad breakup, you know, you're having family issues, they should be checking up on you. If you have made it aware to them that I'm going through a difficult time right there, and they're not making it a part of their concern, you are not a priority, they are not checking in on you. I always say do a mental and a heart check with your friends. If they are not doing that with you, even though life is happening with them, it takes nothing to say, hey girl, how are you? I know this is a difficult time, just checking on you. That was what, 5 seconds? It doesn't take that much out of you. Hey girl, just praying for you, you know, let me know if you need anything. Hey girl, I'm available, just checking on you. It doesn't take a lot. If they're not doing that, that's not your friend, sis. Number 12, when it's time to apologize, it's very sincere. So this happens when you have people around you and they're like, oh girl, my bad. Or when you have people saying like, oh my God, why are you doing all that? It's not that serious. Like, I didn't mean to. Insincere apologies, no, cut her out. A lot of times people don't even apologize and we overlook them. Just like we have red flags in relationships, like romantic relationships, we have red flags in friendships and we need to call them out on it. Like, girl, what kind of apology was that? No, you're sorry for what? What did you do to me? What are we gonna do that's better? What are you gonna do next time? Are you gonna work on this behavior, or are you just gonna continue treating me like crap? Like, so no, I need a real apology because it's really hurt me. If you can't do that, that's not your friend, sis. Number 13, they purposely exclude you from activities or gatherings. Same thing about what I said, intentionally excluding you from events. Like, read the room, sis. If you notice that 1 minute y'all hanging out and then the next minute y'all not hanging out, like, or they say like, or you notice that they went to a party and they say, hey, why, and you ask them, why you didn't invite me to a party? They're like, oh girl, it wasn't even all that, like, girl, it was so boring. Oh, why y'all didn't invite me to brunch? I wanted to go out to brunch with y'all. Girl, it was so last minute. Like, girl, we just decided. Okay, if it was so last minute but you had time to text her and call her, but you didn't text me and call me, is it really last minute or is it intentional? It's purposeful. Girl, read the room. That's not your friend. Cut them off. Okay, number 15, this person disregards your boundaries. Like I said before, we have boundaries. Boundaries with friendships, boundaries with family members, boundaries with money, boundaries in every aspect of your life. If this person does not respect it, that's not your friend. Boundaries, like, girl, stay away from my man. You texting him and DMing him on the low. They disregard your boundaries. Don't talk about my family. Family is personal to me. Don't talk about my child. My child is personal to me. Jokes about your child, talking about your child, judgmental comments about your child, that's not your friend. She doesn't respect your boundaries. Number 16, they laugh when people make negative comments about you or gossip about you. Again, what's funny, sis? Like, what is funny? Like, when somebody is talking about me or gossiping about me, you need to be my friend and stand up for me. Like, take up for me and have my back. So that's not your friend. And then you're engaging in it. Like, you laughing, you're adding comments to it. Like, you're not my friend. Number 18, your success or achievements trigger jealousy instead of happiness. So when you, like I said, you graduate from college or you got this dream job and it just triggers them. They can't even give you a compliment. They're not showing up to your graduation. They can't even congratulate you because it's like the spirit of comparison comes over them and they're like, I don't know how she got that job. I don't know how she won that award. Like, she's not even that talented and stuff like that. Like, that's not your friend. Number 19, they discourage you from pursuing your goals, and you say like, I really want to do this is my passion, and they're like, I don't know, girl, you really don't have that much experience in it, it's something you probably shouldn't pursue, or girl, that industry is already so saturated, like, girl, people won't even see you. Like, oh, I don't know, like, you really need a big following to do something like this. Maybe you should do something just like this. Just like stay on this level. Like, I feel like you're in fantasy world, you're in La La Land, you're reaching for the stars. Oh, that's your dream, like, and that's all it is. It's just a dream. That's not your friend, sis. Number 20, they forget significant details about your life. I don't know, but if you're my friend, you should remember my birthday. Holidays should be celebrated together, like Valentine's Day, you have Galentine's Day, but definitely my birthday, special moments like my wedding, my children's birthday. If you are in my life and you know their birthday, we should be inviting each other to parties, baby showers, weddings, like most monumental moments. If that is your friend and she is not saying like, hey girl, do you need any help? Or if you feel like you can't invite them to special moments into your life, that is not your friend. Or they like, oh girl, when you said your birthday was? Or they don't even ask you your birthday, but then they look at you like, but when it comes to my birthday, you better have a gift. No, that's not your friend. Number 21, they criticize or belittle your choices, interests, or aspirations. So again, they belittle you, your choices, every choice you make. They're like, oh girl, that was such a dumb decision, you shouldn't have done that. Like, yes, I do think your friend should correct you, because what a friend for if she can't tell you the truth? However, it should be with grace and compassion. Like, don't be disrespecting me now. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're interested in something, it should be like, yeah girl, go for it. And if it fails, then so what? We'll do something else. Period. Number 22, they interrupt you while you're talking. This particular person never lets you get anything out. They only want to talk about what they want to talk about. It's all about them. Number 23, they rarely discuss their personal life with you. Like, you know nothing about this person. You don't know their family, their children. You don't know what school they went to. You know where they graduated from, where they were born, where they live. You don't know this person. Y'all just go out to eat. That's not your friend, sis. Number 24, they are friends with your exes. We talked about that. That is a no-no. If they are friends with your exes and they cross boundaries with the relationship between you and them, then that's not your friend. If there's boundaries, that might be a yellow flag, because you can kind of still deal with that. Number 25, and the final one, you are not in alignment with moral beliefs and lifestyles. Morals, the way you live your life. Beliefs, like if I say I'm a Christian, I can't really be friends with people who are also not Christians. I can be acquaintances with those that say they're not Christian, but I can't be really close friends with those who say they're not Christians. My lifestyle, if I live my life a certain way, if I can't really be friends with someone who is an alcoholic. If I'm saying, you know, I only social drink, I can't be with somebody I can't really be friends with somebody who says they smoke or they drink or they club all the time, if that's not my lifestyle. So if you are living a particular lifestyle and you guys' lifestyle does not align, it's going to be very hard for you to build that relationship. Just kind of keep them in the acquaintances phase. So that is 25 ways, 25 reasons to know that's not your friend, sis. Make sure you guys like and comment and subscribe. Come on, join the family over here. I'm super excited about the people that have subscribed, and you know, just continue to support me in all the videos that we put out, because we're all about self-development over here, and I just want to always put my ladies on to any wisdom that I have. Follow me on Instagram at TiffanyBTV, and I will see you guys in another later.